Stories. Episode 6, The Shockwave. How Donald Trump entered politics and stunned the world. In the 5th episode, we explored how Donald Trump transformed from a bankrupt businessman into a cultural icon through the unexpected success of The Apprentice. But nothing could have prepared the world for what came next. This episode chronicles how Trump, a reality TV star and real estate mogul, transitioned into the most improbable role of his life, President of the United States. It's a tale of ambition, controversy, disruption, and shock. To truly understand Trump's entry into politics, we must rewind the clock to the mid-2010s. By this time, he had already spent over a decade beamed into American living rooms as the confident, commanding figure on The Apprentice. The catchphrase, "You're fired," had become a national meme. Trump's name, once associated with casinos and bankruptcies, had become synonymous with confidence, power, and executive decision-making. He had rebuilt his personal brand not through financial conquest, but through the lens of prime-time television. He was no longer just a businessman, he was a brand. But Trump wasn't satisfied. For years, he had flirted with the idea of running for president. As early as the 1980s, he was quoted in newspapers floating the idea. In 2000, he launched a brief campaign under the Reform Party, but nothing stuck. The political world never took him seriously. Until now. In June 2015, standing at Trump Tower, the glittering symbol of his empire, Trump descended a golden escalator and announced what many considered a publicity stunt. He was running for president as a Republican. The moment was surreal. The crowd, made up of paid actors and enthusiastic supporters, cheered as Trump delivered a speech that would define his campaign. Anti-establishment, brutally direct, and completely unfiltered. He didn't sound like a politician. He didn't speak in carefully crafted talking points. He used simple words, bold statements, clear enemies. He called illegal immigrants rapists. He promised to build a wall. He said he would make America great again. These weren't policy positions. They were slogans, soundbites, and provocations. But they struck a chord. Within weeks, Trump surged to the top of the Republican primary polls. The political elite scoffed. Pundits called it a joke. Late-night comedians had a field day. But voters, particularly those who felt ignored by Washington, were listening. Here was a man who didn't apologize, who insulted his opponents, who reveled in controversy, and who promised to shake things up. As the Republican primary unfolded, Trump bulldozed his way through 16 competitors. Governors, senators, seasoned political veterans, all fell to his relentless insults, brutal nicknames, and masterful control of the media narrative. He called Jeb Bush low energy, Ted Cruz Lion Ted, and Marco Rubio Little Marco. And the nicknames stuck. They became shorthand for weakness, dishonesty, or irrelevance. Trump, it turned out, wasn't just running a campaign. He was producing a spectacle, a reality show broadcast live to the world. His secret weapon? Media domination. Trump understood how to command attention. Every outrageous tweet, every controversial comment generated headlines. He received billions of dollars in free media coverage. While other candidates spent on ads, Trump simply talked. The networks couldn't look away. And then, somehow, the unthinkable happened. Trump won the Republican nomination. The world reeled. Commentators declared it the end of the Republican Party. Many predicted a landslide defeat in the general election. Hillary Clinton, a seasoned political figure with decades of experience, seemed poised to crush him. She had the money, the endorsements, the ground game, the data operation. Trump had rallies, but those rallies were electric. Massive crowds, red hats, chants of "lock her up." They were less about policy and more about defiance. Trump had tapped into something primal: anger, frustration, identity. Millions of Americans, tired of globalization, immigration, and political correctness, saw in Trump a kind of savior. Someone who would say what they were thinking, even if it was impolite, inflammatory, or politically toxic. The debates were chaotic. Trump stalked Clinton on stage. He interrupted, he bragged, he lied. And yet, for many voters, he seemed authentic. Clinton, polished and professional, came off as rehearsed, detached, part of the machine. Then came the scandals. The Access Hollywood tape, where Trump boasted about sexually assaulting women. Dozens of accusations. Allegations of fraud at Trump University. Questions about his taxes. Any one of these might have sunk a traditional candidate. But not Trump. He doubled down, denied, attacked the accusers, shifted the blame, and his supporters stayed. On election night, November 8, 2016, the world watched in disbelief as state after state turned red. Florida, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, the blue wall collapsed. Donald J. Trump, against all odds, became the 45th president of the United States. Shockwaves rippled across the globe. Allies panicked, adversaries cheered, protesters flooded the streets, and the media scrambled to understand what had just happened. This wasn't supposed to be possible. How could a man with no political experience, a mountain of scandals, and a reputation built on reality TV win the most powerful office in the world? The answer was simple. Trump didn't win despite those things. He won because of them. His entire candidacy was a rebellion against elites, against the media, against norms. He said what others were afraid to. He was brash, offensive, unpredictable, and for millions, that was exactly what made him different. He didn't play the game. He broke it. In the end, Trump didn't just run a campaign. He ignited a movement, one that would reshape American politics, fracture alliances, and challenge the very idea of truth. A movement built not on ideology but identity, not on policy but performance. He had turned the golden escalator into a stairway to the presidency, and in doing so, shocked the world. Next time, we explore what happened after Trump took office. The chaos, the policies, the tweets, and the transformation of the presidency itself. This is historical figure, Donald Trump, Untold Stories. Stay with us.